On a voyage abroad, a ship of the British Royal Navy. The HMS BAYON-ON employed as a naturalist. The main purpose of the ship was to survey the coastline of the South America and the chart of the harbor to make better maps on their own.
Darwin spent much of the trip on land collecting samples of plants, animals, rocks, and fossils. He explored regions in Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and remote islands such as the Galapagos. He packed all of his specimens into crates and sent them back to England abroad with other vessels. Upon his return to England in 1836, Darwin's work continued. Studies of his sample and notes from the trip led to a groundbreaking scientific discoveries. Fossils he collected were shared with paleontologists and geologists, leading to advice in the understanding of the process and that shaped the Earth's surface. This work convinced him of the insight that he was famous for natural selection.
In 1859, Darwin publishes his thoughts about evolution and natural selection. And on the original species, it was as popular as it was controversial. The book convinced many people that species change over time, a lot of time, suggesting that the planet was much older than was commonly believed at the time of 6,000 years. Did you know that Darwin changed the way that people of the world view themselves? Just his amazing ideas on evolution and natural science.
The theory of evolution. Darwin defined evolution as lesson with modification. The idea that species can change over time, give rise to new species, and share a common ancestor. Evolution is the process of change in all forms of life form. Generation, biological population, involved through genetic change, the corresponds to change in the organism observable change. If an environment change, the traits that enhance survival in that environment will also gradually change or evolve. Evolution is the change in the characteristics of a species over several generations and released on the process of natural selection.
Darwin found that nearby islands in the Galapagos had similar but non-identical species of fishes living on them. Moreover, he noted that each species was well suited for its environment and growth. And these are species that from Galapagos Islands. This Phytomagneron feeds on seeds and is very large in weight, allows it to handle very large seeds. This Phytophortis, the medium brown, which has its small insects and fruit and seeds, plants, and the fruit and seeds of cactus. This Phytophortis. These fishes are small and have a decent, short, curved beak, which they use mostly to feed insects. Certidia olivacea forages in trees and shrubs. Certain foliage leaf, clusters, and epiphytes and throbbing mosses, especially during the dry season, or arthropods.
Darwin three theories of evolution. Common descent. Darwin proposed that species can change over time, that new species come from pre-existing species, and that all species share a common ancestor. In this model, each species has its own unique set of heritable genera, different from the common ancestor which have accumulated gradually over a very long time period. Gradualism. Darwin is first proposed a type of evolutionary gradualism, sometimes called phenotypic gradualism. A phenotype is physical expression of a trait or gene. Darwin argued that the physical characteristics or phenotype of species gradually and incrementally change over time. Multiplication of species. That hypothesis that evolution is marked with an isolated episode of rapid exposition between long time periods or not change. However, the term rapid in evolutionary terms should be understood to mean approximately 500 years in some circumstances.
Charles Darwin's theory of evolution has three main components. That variation occurred rapidly among members of species. That an individual's traits could be inherited by its progeny. That the struggle for existence would allow only those favorable to survive. Although many of these ideas have been burned out by modern science, Darwin didn't get everything right straight off. Updated theory of evolution remained in Darwin's book. He was also unable to correctly establish how traits inherited was, which wasn't clarified until the rediscovery of rearrangement. Younger Mendel was an Australian scientist, teacher, and Australian prelate who lived in the 80s. He experimented on Gardasia hybrid while living in a monastery and known as the father of modern genetics.
Theory of natural selection. The mechanism that Darwin proposed to evolution is natural selection. The theory of natural selection was explored by the 19th century. Natural selection is a process by which some organisms in a population survive and reproduce, which while others do not, based on their bodies and behavior. It is one of processes by which species change from generation to generation. Natural selection explains the genetic traits of a species. They change over time. This may lead to disposition, the formulation of a distinct species.
A classic example of natural selection. At work in the region of giraffe longnecks, the ancestor of the modern giraffes were animals similar to deer or antelope with the necks of ordinary length. However, because of the trees of their habitat were tall, those giraffes with slightly longer necks had the advantage over the shorter necked adults. The longer necked giraffes reproduced more, so in the next generation longer necks were more common. Natural selection sometimes somehow as a survival of the in this is true, but can be symmetrical. The word fitness does not necessarily refer to the physical fitness, rather it means how well suit in organism. It is environment and lifestyle.
Did you know the use of theory of evolution by natural selection. Through this process of natural selection, favorable traits are transmitted through generation. Natural selection can lead to a situation where one species gives rise to a new and distinct different species. It is one of the process that drives evolution and helps to explain the diversity of life on Earth. And the advantage of evolution by natural selection is it shows how species have developed and how they are connected to another. A species in this ancestral population split into two or more genetic distinct descendant populations.
Stop niyo po.